Shalom and God bless you. Welcome back to Code Searcher. Alright friends, we're back over to Revelation 8 again. I want to review something. I totally skipped over it in the last video I made about this comet. And I gotta talk kind of low, folks. My family's asleep right now. It is 4:30, so it's very early in the morning. But I want to get this one done so I can make the trumpets video. But some new stuff has come out of this video since I made the last. So what I want to do is I want to read Revelation and put this in perspective, because what we're going to be seeing here is this will be in the next video, trumpets, what we see under trumpets. But what I want you to get a hold of is during the wormwood event, okay, when angels are sounding, a great star from heaven, burning as it were as a lamp, and it fell upon a third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of the waters. And the name of the star was Wormwood. Now folks, this has not happened yet. I had somebody message me today saying Wormwood's already taken place. It has not taken place. Irvin Baxter is incorrect. Wormwood was not Chernobyl, and the destroyer is not Saddam Hussein. Okay, this is a celestial event that's taking place. There is some symbolism here, but there's also some literal that go hand in hand, and I want to show you that. Okay, so John is seeing a great star fall from heaven. And also, listen, in Revelation, John reiterates, okay, he recovers something that he's already discussed in former chapters. So this isn't the first time or the last time you'll see great star falling from heaven. In this instance, it's an actual celestial being and a body, that fall as a burning lamp. Then this can be an asteroid or comet fragments. All right. Now, in the next version, I'm going to show you in Revelation 9, the star is actually referred to as a he. Okay, and that's what I want to point out in the actual table. The place that I totally skipped off in the last video. I told you this area here talks about the covering cherub with Satan, and this whole area is about him. And here you got comet and the star. Okay, the star that falls, stones of fire, covering cherub, stones of fire. Stones of fire in an ELS form, here in the red. Alright, with judgment there. And you got the destroyer in this verse right here. That's very interesting. This is about the O destroying mountain. I'm against you, O destroying mountain, who destroys all of the earth. That's this verse. This verse also comes up in trumpets. It ties this all together. It's very interesting. You'll see how that plays out. But I want to get back to this, what we missed the last time. So let's go back over to Revelation. Alright. And the fourth angel sounded. So we're seeing 4 trumpets and 4 angels before it gets really bad. Okay. Fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, is struck. Third part of the moon is struck. Third part of the stars or planets. Stars in the Bible could be angelic hosts or planetary wanderers, like planets that, stars that move. And so a third part of them were darkened, and as the day shone not for a third part of it, and night likewise. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpets of the three angels which are yet to sound. Alright, now we're going to 9. Now we get to the 5th trumpet. And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven. Again, we've seen a star fall from heaven. But this time, it's referred to as a hymn. Okay? Now, it's an angelic host, which is the covering cherub. And to him was given the key to the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose out of the smoke of the pit. Now, this is a literal pit that will be made by a literal star or solar body, some kind of comet, whatever. You know, there will be a visual sign that we will actually see an actual effect of what we are seeing symbolically. Like the angel getting the stones of fire from the altar and casting them to the earth. You're seeing something happen in heaven, but it's also going to be translated into something happening in the earth. In other words, so out of the literal pit, we're going to see smoke of the furnace, and the sun will be blackened out by reason of the smoke, and I'm paraphrasing some here. And there came out of there locusts upon the earth. Now this is symbolic. This is representative of demonic forces. What we're seeing in this part, and these demonic forces are being compared to or symbolically being shown as, you know, it gives a description, and it's real. All this is symbolic, but it translates into demonic forces. In other words, so my point is, you go back and forth in Revelation from literal to symbolic to allegory. It is not all symbolic. In other words, okay. As you go down, you'll see where it talks about Apollyon. This is Satan. Okay, and all this is literal here. There is literally an angel who has the key to the bottomless pit, and his name is Abaddon. This is Satan, Apollyon, the beast. Okay, the star that falls, the covering cherub. He is not yet cast out of the heavens. Okay, he has dominion over the heights. Okay, and soon he will release his arsenal upon the earth, and that'll be Satan's wrath. Okay, and he does this because he knows his time is short. Alright, that's where I'm going with this. Back to the table. See the verse? This is where Mount Graham Observatory, and you got the star in there. Okay, they're looking for this. I mean, the Vatican. Remember, the Vatican is here. Okay, they're evaluating or assessing. What are they assessing? Wormwood. Alright, now before I get to that, I don't even want to cover that yet. Just let's finish this. We've got the comet and the star in the place where it talks about covering cherub. Now this is Ezekiel 28:14. Thou art an anointed cherub that cover, and I have set thee, that's was upon the holy mountain of God, and that's thou hast walked upon down the midst of stones of fire. Right there, stones of fire. And look who this is. This is these letters here with the shin in stones of fire is Satan. Alright. By the multitude of thy merchandise They have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. And oh, I should have showed you that in English. Sorry about that. I should have read that with the English there, so you can see it. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth this holy mountain of God. So we see that in this part of the text, where there's in an ELF form, the star is connected to a comet, stones of fire. This is torn apart and destroyed, and you have the earth there in the white with the hay and Satan. So he's cast to the earth as a stone of fire. You understand? Over here in the green and the blue, going off the page there, we had woes. Okay, woes there with the word judgment as well in the United States. Now the other countries are here, folks, but I can't show you every. I'll show you the country that I'm in, but we're not the only ones in trouble. The rest of the world is in trouble too, so it's universal. Everyone's here. Alright, Israel has a part to play too. I was sitting when I realized that I've left some of this out. It occurred to me that a lot of people were asking me about Nibiru. Okay, and Nibiru's not something I ever put any stock in. I didn't believe in Nibiru, particularly because of Stitchins. Now, I said before that just because you don't believe something's real doesn't mean that it's not true, and that applies to me too. And the reason I say that is because the Lord impressed on me to go and look for Nibiru in this table, and lo and behold, it's there. It's there a couple of times. I want to show you here. Here it is here, Nibiru in the blue, connecting with the woe. It's over here in the brown, interlocked with this comet. Nibiru, right there. Also, look at this, very close proximity with the axis term. So we got Nibiru with collides, and in the red going across we've got poison, and in the yellow right there is wormwood, very small skips, with mountain of fire right there. Remember, this was death because mountain of fire. If this is your first time seeing this table, folks, you need to go back and look at the other video. I'm not going to go into everything. I did skip over this too, which was how was this fire? Oh goodness gracious! Fire enforced right here. Yeah, that's how that is, with poison and mountain of fire, and he shall smite. Alright, now this is too much to be random. Okay, this is too mathematically perfect to be random, folks. Each one of these letters are equal letter distance skip. It's not just random. I'm not just pulling letters out of here. Okay. Some other things that come up. Look, Obama's name runs right here where it's talking about Satan. And look at this, the altar. The altar is right here with stones of fire as well. So you got the altar, Obama, the star, and Satan. And you got Obama's name over here as well. Very small skip. Obama sharing the bet with the United States. It's very interesting. So there's a connection here, folks. This is a current last days picture, if you will. Now in Revelation, this star is cast out of heaven. Cherub. I don't believe we read this verse in the last video, so I'm going to take you over there. Let's read that together. You follow along in the English there, and I'll get us here. I want you to see this. Blow ye a trumpet in Zion, and sound the alarm on my holy mountain. Let the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Praise God. Somebody got that. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, okay? Remember the imagery in Revelation? Are you getting this revelation? As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been like ever the like, neither shall any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, nothing shall escape them. And the appearance of them is the appearance of horsemen. 4 horsemen, so shall they run. Come on now. Now ask God about this Nibiru. And it's also, I want to show you the other place it is. Nibiru. We got it right here. Nibiru is connected with just torn apart, or to smite, to strike, to share and evolve with it. But it's the star is right here with the angel and consumed. This is consumed as in with fire in the use of this word. But anyway, I said, Lord, what gives? What's up with this Nibiru? I don't understand. And this is what the Lord told me. And I'm not being really I'm not so loose with the Father in my conversation. It's more speaking with Him in the Spirit. But I'm giving you my interpretation of what He revealed to me, and this is what it was. We're talking about the days of Noah. Okay, just like in the days of Noah, something cataclysmic happened. It wasn't just raining on the earth for 40 days. It was actually earth changes going on. I mean, continents were moved. You know, the Grand Canyon was formed. We're talking about a lot of cataclysm in 40 days. And there were things happening in the heavens. I mean, you know, planetary bodies, comets, whatever, causing earth changes. The same thing will happen again. What they've been calling Nibiru for however long, and then Stitchins gets attached to it. You could say the pagans call Nibiru is actually wormwood. It's the same thing. It's just called something else by different people. This planetary wanderer they're looking for is the same thing that ancient people saw take place in ancient times. And we're seeing this again. And you're going to see that in some other stuff that I've got. But before I got to that, I needed to cover what I missed in this. And the thing about it is, the Lord had reason for that, because He had more to show me. And some things I didn't show before, like this, the earth running right through here. And what else was there? Got the year 2014. 2015, 2016 is Atosh, and I had Satan right here with torn to pieces. And I want you to notice this verse, O destroying mountain, with destroyer right there in the green. That same verse comes up in the trumpets table. This is trumpets. There's a lot here. This is going to be another video by itself, but God's giving me more in this. Nibiru's here too. Okay, and it's connected with wormwood, as you can see right here. Nibiru and wormwood come together with world and judgment and destroying, and the cherub, four faces. But here's that verse again, a destroying mountain, right? And here's where tsunami comes up again. This is the second table tsunami comes up with, in connection with cataclysm. Excuse me. But you'll see that in this table. This is mind-blowing here. What the Lord showed me in this, and this is the actual access I got from somebody else. This isn't even something I looked up. It was just kind of dumped on my plate there, and the Lord showed me some stuff. But, again, another video, but I just wanted to point that out. Very interesting how Jeremiah keeps reappearing. I will break into pieces. Judgment, folks, and I can't say it enough. And you can call me a fearmonger or whatever, but you better get it right. Better get right with God, because first of all, there's going to be a rapture. The rapture does come up, by the way, folks, and these rapture is here, and it's in the trumpets. See, we got rapture in the red right there. Rapture connected with wormwood and consumed, and the silence. I mean, it's definitely a rapture, whatever you want to call it, a harvest, all connected with wrath and God's judgment. So, you know, and you can see here in this part where it says, and those that were transferred. So obviously the angel or God is transferring someone. Right here you can see, and those who were transferred, and it's tightly woven with the wrath right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4 letters. And then with the red letters, you've got an annihilation right there with an angel and this long vertical anomaly that comes up. Indeed, he has the fire of the Almighty. And we're talking about an angel casting a comet, or casting of stones of fire to the earth. So that's what's coming up next, folks. So anyway, I got to get into bed and get at least a couple hours sleep before I got to get up again. God bless you. Be looking for the next video, folks.